Nabateans kingdom have equal rights like them, okay? While we are walking around this mountain, you will notice a lot of different decorated facades. Actually, that depends on the status of the owner. The more rich you are, the more symbols and very well decorated facade you are, okay? Let's explain the most important symbols. Usually, the Nabateans, they carve the stairs in the top of their tombs. You notice it? Why? Because they believe their souls will up to the heaven. Okay? And the eagle represents their chief god, which is called Dushara. Exactly. Above the eagle, there is an inscription box, right? From that inscription box, we know who is the owner of that tomb, who is allowed to bury inside this tomb, and sometimes the job of the owner. She was a doctor, etc. Okay? The face of the woman inside the triangle and the two snakes, it's Medusa. A powerful figure? Exactly. Yes, this is the number of the tomb. Tomb number 40. Please, guys, make sure this is the only tomb that we can go inside. And inside the tomb, I'll explain the burials practices for the Nabateans, okay? Only tomb number 40. Practices for the Nabateans different than the mummies in Egyptian civilization. The Nabateans, they just wash their bodies and they warp their bodies by 3 layers of fabric. First layer wool, second layer linen, they put some essential oils, then they tie the body of the deceased with some ropes. At the burials practices, they actually do it in the residential area. The residential area in a valley is still buried beneath the sand, is still under excavation, okay? So they do some ceremonies till they reach to their tombs. Inside their tombs, they deposited the body of the deceased by 3 methods. First, as you can see here, or in a niches like that as a solo grave, or in a wooden coffin. Okay? Then they close the door of the tomb with the wooden doors. And you can see the evidence of their doors. Al-Farid, which can be translated to the unique. Why did they call it the unique tomb? Because if you look around this tomb, you wouldn't see any other tombs, okay? It's one rock, one tomb for one person. We believe the owner of that tomb was a very, very important person in his kingdom, and we know his name from the inscription box. It says that Lahyan, son of Kuza, took it. So the owner of that tomb was Lahyan, son of Kuza. From that beautiful tomb, we know how the Nabateans start digging their tombs. They start from top to down. How do we know about that? If you look in the top of the tomb, it's so smooth, right? While in the lower section, you will notice the chisels marks. Also, you will see the blocks. It's like a chair, which it still remains not removed. So that means they climb up the mountain with some ropes. They start divided the mountain into a vertical section as a scaffolding. Okay? Then they carved out section by section till they reach to the lower section in the door. So they start digging deep so they can carve the barriers from inside, as we saw in tomb number 40. Okay? After that, they're carving the symbols, decorated the facade, smoothing the facade, and then they're removing the blocks and they reuse it in their houses and temples in the residential area. What interesting about that one, it's uncompleted tomb. unused, okay? There is no graves inside this tomb, even though the owner of that tomb was not buried inside his tomb. And the fate of the owner, Lahyan, son of Kuza, still unknown. Okay? 80. After they studied their bones, they found that most of them, they are relatives, a big family, same DNA, okay? Between all these bodies, they discover a full skeleton for a woman called Hinnat, daughter of Wahab. You know what is special about Hinnat? That they found a necklace around her neck. It was made of dates. Dates, the Arabian sweet, okay? So the archaeologists reconstruction her face, and we have an exhibition at the visitor center. It's for free, included with your ticket, okay? Now we will back to the visitor center, and you can enter the exhibition so you can see her face, and there is interactive exactly, okay? Now guys, I have a surprise for you. Excited to see the surprise? Yalla, follow me. It's carved by erosion, by rain, wind, and okay?